Alright guys, so now this is my chart and this is how I obviously trade. Like I've analyzed this chart before, but I just want to show you guys again what I analyzed. So this is from last week analysis. Okay, when last week opened, okay, the market obviously opened with a gap, which is this gap you are seeing here, or this gap you are seeing right here. Okay, so I wanted the market to come back and fill the gap, so I had this my first order here. This order here triggered on Friday. All right, it's actually on a profit, but market has already closed, so I couldn't do anything. So this week I was still hoping that the market at that point we hold, because anytime market open with a gap, there is possibility of it pushing up from there. That place already turn to support in most cases, right? Although it gives some few pips, which are about 100 pips as well, but my target was these highs, right? So I could, because my market was obviously an uptrend. This is a US30, so it's in a very bullish trend, right? So I was not able to take any profit. So I also hoping that in the opening of the New York session today, it may help to push me up. But you can see the market has now gone against me. Notwithstanding, I have lost this first one. Okay, but notwithstanding, if you check my analysis as well, I still have some pending orders. All right, so this is the pending orders below here. So I have this pending order right here. Let me show you guys what I mean. I have this pending order you are seeing down here. Okay, so this is the second pending order I had here, and market has already coming down there. But the thing is that because this is the highs that market broke the previous time to cause this structure here, so it's likely going to come and test this high here before going. You can see that market is currently reacting at this fair value gap. I don't trade with all of those stuff. I just use my normal support and resistance to trade. Okay, so now I'm waiting for market to come down here. I believe it can also going to come down here to trigger me before start buying. But if this second highs fail, I still have this one here. All right, this third one down below here. So this is the way I trade. I trade in zones. I trade in different zones. I don't like I don't confuse myself on the chart. So you can see clearly everything I do here is just simple analysis that anybody can understand based on zones. If markets are not uptrend, if you broke out from a particular point, let me show you guys what I mean. Okay, so let me show you guys something now. So if market is in an uptrend this way, all right, here become my support, here become my resistance. So once the market break above here, right, in a high time frame, mainly 4 hours, I want it to come back and test this my highs. Once it comes to this my highs here, right, and I see a very bullish position for continuation, I'm going to buy. So I don't like confusing myself on the chart trying to make it perfect. All right, then continue buy. That's the thing I do. All right, if it is selling, something that I do if it's selling, I'll just wait in markets break the previous support, come back here. So once it come back to test this particular my resistance, and I sell here down. But notice that market does not work like this in real time. Okay, it has other things that is in between. Let me explain. So in some cases you might see markets do something like this. Okay, come back, do something like this as well before breaking that. You need to support area that you can work with. Now this is going to be your first support area, this high here now. All right, and if this high fails, then this one might hold for you. Do you understand? So here might fail in this scenario, then you use the second one. So in most cases market may decide to tap into this, that will come. I still do something like that again, come like this. All right, come down, another equal high here, come down, this is broken above. So in these cases now you're going to be working with this high as your first. If this high fails, this one going to actually hold. That's how markets work in a real sense. Do you understand? So that's exactly what is happening on the chart right now. So if you see clearly right here now, if this my first high here fails to hold the market, okay, this high that just broke out from now, that's possible the market is going to come down to this one here that causes this push. So it is a simple trading, although it requires you to have a lot of patience, but it will make the chart more easy for you to understand. You don't need to even if I want to, like, you don't need to confuse yourself. If you want to start selling, I want to start selling this market now, it's showing that it's already selling. From what I'm seeing in last week price action, it shows, bearish move. So you must not, if you like, it's not that you just sitting down and won't do anything. If you that kind of person that don't have patience, you can be selling at this point and be making profit. Here will be your take profit. But if you don't like trading against the trend, then you just have to wait. Then every day you are doing one thing that is not even clear. This my chart now. Anybody that can understand what I'm doing here, alright, it's very easy. The same thing happened this court. If you have already taken a buy down here, this people have this green bar. This green bar, if I go to a higher time frame, it will more clear for you to understand. That green bar is actually a high that's what broken from. So let me show you guys. This is a high, okay, the market broke out from. What the market did again, it come back to retest that high, and that's what's causing this push. Do you understand? So it's basically how market works. It is just this simple, right? So you can see that market broke out from this particular high here, right? Later after going about 1 2 3 4 like a month of bullish, it still come sorry, yes, a month, because each candle is 1 week. That's 4 weeks candle action is one month. It still come back to retest this high, then start pushing again. So this is very easy kind of trading. If you still look back down here, look at it again here. So this is how the markets are working for the whole of this year. All right, this particular US30 has been in a bullish run. So if you just like take one buy, all right, for the rest of the week, you have made this profit. All of these things are not going to be your profits because the market have been buying. So you just have to find a particular support area and enter for a buy, and all this you're seeing here now is this year price action, and the year will end bullish already. So that's how you analyze market, and that's how you take yourself out of those stress of jumping from one thing to another and not making a lot of mistakes. So that's how I trade basically, like I said. So now currently you can see what the market is doing. All right, so right here now is kind of pushing up. Let me see 15 minutes. It's kind of pushing up here, but for what I'm seeing, the market is likely going to come into this my zone that I have my pending order. All right, so if this pending order fails, all right, the next time I'm waiting for is this zone again. Simple as that. So that's how I trade. Okay, and my analysis, I do it very simple for anybody watching this to understand. Okay, so for that, guys, I think I've shown you guys everything I'm seeing. I'm waiting for. All right, I've already take my first loss because you can see that the market already closed me out. All right, but that is all good. It's all good. So let me end this right here, because this is the only thing that I trade most of the time is this US30. But even if you go to NASDAQ, I think you still have the same price action. That's NAS 100. I think you still have the same price action. Let's check. So you still have the same price action. Okay, so I've already marked this as well. So look at NASDAQ. It might possibly come down to this gap that I created last week here. Let me show you guys the gap. Look at this gap here. It might still come back to this gap here and fill it up before buying, because you can see the buyers are weak at this point. So you can still have to see a push from the sellers before you can buy. If this gap here fails, all right, because the way this gap might hold, because it's also along the trend line, but if it fails, then it's going to expose this market to this point, this highs here, which is the ideal thing for it to return to this high and continue buying. You understand? So it's likely making that from here you can see a push. If this particular place fails, right, if it fails and come down here, then this is a good place to buy, and the market may continue by going up from here. That is basically what I'm looking at on the NASDAQ as well. So if you like taking a counter trade, there's a possibility of market selling from this place, but it's kind of risky because the market is overall uptrend, but you can still do it and make some money from it. All right.